Yeah. So speaking of systems change, I remember the guest now. It was Allison Henry. Well, our previous guest, the talk about housing and like what a tenants union can provide for a community. But when we're talking about systems, I just wanted to ask, like, in your opinion, what are the ways people get into an unhoused situation? Because the way I feel about it is that, you can have a situation like '08 where, you believe that you have enough money to buy this home, you get this loan, and then somehow or another, the bubble hits, right? And then you can't afford this home anymore. And I think in this way, it's almost been, at this point, it's been a decade since then. Has the mechanisms or the things that are pushing people to an unhoused situation changed, or is it still about the same?
I think it's still about the same.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of that bubble back
Mm-hmm.
in the 2006. I mean, the world knows of the bubble bursting in 2008, but we were doing real estate and loans back then, and we felt it in 2006.
Mm.
That's when the banks really started to pull all of the different loan products. They started to make things tighter as far as qualifying requirements. And then 2 years later, then we started to hear about everybody losing their homes because they were in these really bad loan
Mm-hmm.
products that they just couldn't afford anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like going back to your question, it's like no, I don't think it's changed. With respect to like home buying, they've made it a little bit harder to qualify for a loan. They got really strict on their eligibility and qualification standards, and so I think it's a little bit tougher to buy a home now just because they're more stringent on what they're looking for.